Hi Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. There are so many new faces out there. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you're here to have a little bookish chat with me. I don't have much in the way of reading updates this week, but there is a topic literally on my mind that I want to talk to you about. I did finish reading Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. This is one of my picks for Shaketember, which is our month-long celebration of William Shakespeare. And so I'm a host along with my husband Jason at Old Blues Chapter and Verse and Nicole at A Day of Small Things. So anyway, I will be talking to you about Julius Caesar later this month. And then, you think like, oh, Kelly is going to pick something else from her TBR that she just talked to us about. And I came down to grab a book, and did I grab any of those things? No, I did not. Instead, I grabbed London Rules by Mick Herron. This is part of the Slough House, or you may be more familiar with it as Slow Horses series. The next adaptation, which is of this particular book, is coming out on Apple TV Plus later this month, I believe. So I'm very, very excited. And if you've never read any of these, or if you've seen the show, like the books and the television series are the characters, I would say, are familiar, but it's definitely not. Sometimes the plot, it goes in completely different directions for either of them. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I want to talk. A few of you have left me comments like, hey, Kelly, you're not wearing a hat. All summer, I've been wearing a hat in my videos, and I've been wearing a hat to work, and I've been wearing a hat in the office. Yeah, because earlier this summer I had basal cell carcinoma, which is a very common form of skin cancer. And yeah, so I had it removed. It was not a particularly pleasant experience, but I'm sure it could be much worse. And I'm so relieved I'm cancer-free. So that is something definitely to celebrate. But it was weird because suddenly I was very sort of self-conscious on Booktube. When I went to see Gina, I was hanging out with Gina and her husband, and I can't see I can't see it. So I don't know what it looks like. But I was like, do you want me to keep my hat on in the house? Like, because you don't want to see the top of my head. And they just looked at me like I was crazy because they're such kind people. And we're like, no, you're fine. You're fine. And Gina she helped me out, figure out, like, I did have an event to go to where a ball cap, a stocking cap were not going to be appropriate hats. And so yeah, Gina helped me with my hair. And if I wear it in a ponytail, you can't really see anything. But yeah, so it was just very strange to have several months of like worrying about my appearance on Booktube, because that is just something that I really don't think about. But I know that obviously if you're a beauty YouTuber, or if beauty has something to do, beauty lifestyle books, I don't know, has something to do with your channel, then yeah, it's a big deal. But I'm just gonna show you guys, this is all the makeup that I own. It's concealer to put underneath my eyes. I probably should buy some new concealer because I don't know how long I've had this. And of course I wear lotion every day that has sunscreen in it. And regardless of, you know, if I film outside in the future, those kinds of things, like I will definitely have to wear a hat. But yeah, like I remember, and this was early on in my time on Booktube, somebody did a video interviewing other booktubers about how much time they spent getting ready for a video. And I just remember this, I don't remember the channel or the name or anything like that, but this young woman talking about how she spends 3 hours on makeup and hair before making a Booktube video. And I was astonished. Because I love all of you, but I'm not watching your channel because of how you look. You know, you can have bedhead, you can, like, and I know that there are people out there who have made kind of hurtful comments to people about their appearance, that sort of stuff, and I'm always just kind of dumbfounded by that. A, it's really rude and a cruel thing to do, and B, like, on Booktube especially, I'm here to hear what you have to say about books and Booktube and yeah, what you do want to share about your life and your channel and that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm always just sort of astonished by that, because I can't think of a single channel that I watch because of how the booktuber looks. This summer I was just very, very nervous about my head, but you know what, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, first of all, I do have to face the reality of growing up at a time where we did not realize how important sunscreen was. So what happened on the back of my head, which I will show you, it could totally happen again. It could happen on my face, it could happen on my ears, my neck. And when I first told you all about like why I was wearing a hat in videos, I did get some comments from people about, I think they were all from women, but that is not to say that, you know, men might not be, like, there's definitely men who could be conscientious about going bald or losing their hair or anything really. But yeah, I heard from some people who like had advice for me about like what to put on the spot, and talked about, you know, a car accident as a child, and, you know, dealing with issues of disfigurement, and I don't feel disfigured, but I definitely, like, again, I mean, this could totally happen again. I hope it doesn't, but I mean, you know, it could happen again, and so then what? Am I gonna go back to wearing hats, or am I just gonna be me, just aware of how much our society values beauty and you know, good-looking people and things like that? And again, it's one of the things I kind of love about Booktube is that I don't feel that it's that important. Like, it's not anything I ever think about. So anyway, I'm going to show you my spot. If you are watching this on a television, like a big screen TV or something like that, yeah, brace yourself, I guess. But I mean, you know, it has been since, I think it was like end of May, beginning of June, maybe. So here we go. The hair is starting to grow back, but there's some scar tissue that will never have hair coming out of it. So there always will kind of be a little bald spot there, which again, I think as a woman, I feel weird about, but I don't know. I mean, if you're a man out there watching, like, please feel free to share your thoughts. I mean, obviously I want to hear from both of you on this, but like, yeah, I don't know. I will freely confess that there are certain movies or TV shows that I might watch because I find an actor attractive. But on Booktube, like, I'm just really curious as to what you have to say, what your thoughts are. And so, yeah, I'm not worried about what anybody looks like. And so why am I worried about what I look like? And also, I don't want you all to, I don't want everyone to leave, because I'm so covered up and nobody can see me, or, and there's other people who, have different kinds of disabilities on Booktube and have found very creative ways to make videos without showing themselves, or showing, being really brave and showing themselves. So, yeah, I don't know. But I do really resent people making comments about anyone on Booktube about their appearance. Like, it's just not what we're here for, and it's just not kind. It's just not kind. So anyway, so there's my little bald spot, and it just is what it is. I'm not gonna worry about it anymore, I guess. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think about beauty and Booktube. What do you think about my extensive makeup collection? But yeah, is that something that's important to you? I'm guessing for the most part, most of us are not. We're not concerned about that. So, but anyway, I do appreciate the people who have reached out to me over the summer and talked about, things they were either trying to hide on their channel or things that they, had experience with that had made them like a bit uncomfortable, and just that, honesty and willingness to share about themselves is so beautiful, so incredibly beautiful. So anyway, I look forward to your comments down in the comment section. As always, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can leave an emoji. You can give this video a thumbs up. I love hearing from you though. Booktube, thanks so much for listening to me chit chat. I will be back Saturday with my first Shaketember video this month. So I hope you'll tune into that as well. But anyway, yeah, so Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.